Hey, you were wondering which service is the best in the best web hosting category. Having looked at over 30 hosting sites, and this one has the most reliable security features. I have been using this hosting for about 10 years and it has never let me down. In this short video, I will show you 7 life hacks that few people know about, but which make it truly one of the best in the best web hosting category. Take a closer look at the screen. Let's get started.
Site5 is an honest hosting service that offers a great combination of features, support, and pricing. Its principles of transparency, ease of use, and hiring experienced in-house engineers quickly made it famous. Uptime is first and foremost. A reliable hosting server is the first thing you should look for. It's simply a matter of making sure your site is always online. In addition to impeccable uptime, there is a standard 99.9% availability guarantee for Site5 shared and reseller hosting. If you have more than 40 minutes of downtime in a particular month, you are entitled to a 5% service fee refund. This is a good way for the provider to keep himself under control. If you choose a managed VPS, Site5 increases network and hardware uptime to 99.99%. It's great for those who need increased reliability for mission-critical applications. Site5 provides excellent uptime and full uptime guarantee. The interface handles results processing and content delivery perfectly. The time to the first byte is about 0.500 seconds, which is about average among the providers I have tested. It also takes the host 1.21 seconds to deliver an entire web page. Unfortunately, Site5 hosting does a better job of handling the traffic. In an average load test with 300 virtual connections, the response time dropped to 6.78 seconds. In some months, it was only 11 seconds. For a positive result, the time should not exceed the 1 second mark. Site5 performs at a low level. The appearance of Site5 is average, but the hosting collapses with heavy traffic. It's always nice to see a solid behind-the-scenes setup, and Site5 has a pretty decent configuration. Overall server capabilities. Dual-core Intel Xeon E5-2630 processors clocked at 2.30 GHz, 64 GB RAM, 2 TB of storage in RAID 10 arrays, 1 GB per second connectivity. This is a pretty decent setup for a shared hosting server. The provider should be able to support your account along with many other clients. Site5 allows you to manage your websites through cPanel, which is standard and decent. In addition, the account panel is also an absolute pleasure. From the panel, add a status page to keep track of the service so you can quickly resolve any issues. Even though Site5 is designed for developers, you can easily manage your plan. Backups are your safety net in case something unwanted happens. If you have a recent backup, you can recover lost files in just a few clicks. The provider adds a backup system with every Site5 hosting plan. It backs up websites every night so they won't get in the way during peak hours. You will always have a copy no older than 1 day. Automatic daily backups are a fantastic addition to the service. Most web hosting companies offer outrageous promotional pricing to increase the renewal fee. The price will remain the same as when you get a Site Login 5. For example, you can prepay for 2 years at a rate of $6.95 per month. Renewal will cost the same if you purchase 2 more years. This is a very transparent pricing model. The Site5 model has a complete list of prices so that the next bill won't surprise you. Migration can be tricky, even if you have website experience. That's why the Site5 team offers to migrate your websites for free. The host will migrate up to 25 cPanel accounts for you, including all emails and other data. Essentially, this means that you can even move your entire reseller setup to Site5 cPanel hosting. If hosted on a different system, Site5 offers to move up to 10 accounts other than cPanel. However, this depends on your current platform, so it's best to consult support. Few providers offer to move from anything other than cPanel, which is a good option. It's a valuable service if you already have an installation. Site 5 pays a lot of attention to developers and designers. Moreover, many users who write positive reviews about Site 5 are professional developers. The servers support PHP, MySQL database, Perl, Python, Ruby on Rails, SSI, and CGI. Site 5 constantly updates them to the latest stable version. You also get access to PHP MyAdmin, the GD Graphics library, the CURL library, and ImageMagick. They are all pretty helpful inclusions, although it would be nice to see the support for something like Node.js, since the number of Node nodes isn't that great. You can enable SSH access from the control panel. This is handy for technical users who prefer to use the command line. If you are a web developer, Site 5 cPanel hosting supports all the most common technologies. Site 5 extends the refund period longer than most others. You can request a refund within the first 45 days of service, and you'll get your money back with no questions asked. That's 15 days longer than most providers allow. You can use the money-back guarantee to see how the service works and if you're comfortable using it. You can even bring in some visitors and see how your site handles traffic. It's reassuring to have extra time to try out the solution before fully committing your funds. Site 5 is transparent about its prices, but the hosting plans are pretty expensive. For example, you have to pay 2 years to get the Miner program at $6.95 per month. And that's for single-site hosting with no unique features. Higher tiers raise the price even more, to a low of $13.95 a month for the most extensive plan. The service is quite a bargain. There are more affordable alternatives worth considering. The missing features are maybe even more critical than those available. Most providers today include Auto SSL by default. It allows users to install a free SSL certificate in a few clicks. This is good for customers and costs the host nothing. Unfortunately, there is no free SSL installation at Site 5. You will either have to install the Let's Encrypt certificate yourself or pay for premium SSL. Of course, getting an authoritative certificate yourself is not that difficult if you are a technical user. Be that as it may, Site 5 makes a simple operation unnecessarily complicated. Site 5 service is pretty simplistic. You can only choose between shared VPS and reseller hosting. That's it. No big dedicated or cloud servers, no email hosting, no managed WordPress plans. You only get a few services with similar features. Now, it's okay if you need something standard. Virtual hosting is a decent place to start, and Site 5 VPS is scalable enough for 99.99% of sites.